Good evening or good morning, whatever it is. Good morning for me. It's shortly after midnight, so it is a very early good morning. Or a late good evening, whichever way you want to take it. Anyway, I didn't have a chance to do my soups yesterday, so I'm almost on time, but not quite. So here's my soup recipes for today, or for tomorrow, depending on how you put it. Anyway, here we go. Taco soup. 2 pounds of ground beef or turkey. 1 package of taco seasoning. By the way, I've been using turkey more than I have ground beef, simply because it's cheaper. And, it really has kind of a blah flavor to it. So you can add almost any kind of seasoning, and it won't take away, it won't have a different flavor, okay? So, I don't know if that's what I wanted. That's not how I want to say it. Anyway, I use turkey a lot of times instead of ground beef. Although I did can up some ground beef the other day, and I made taco ground beef. So I will have that. Anyway, back to my recipe. 2 pounds of ground beef or turkey. 1 package of taco seasoning. 1 1/2 cups of water. 1 can of mild chili beans. 1 can of whole kernel corn. 1 can of pinto beans. 1 can of stewed tomatoes. 1 can, 4-ounce can, green chilies are optional. And 1 package of ranch dressing mix. In a Dutch oven, cook the beef over the medium heat until no longer pink, breaking it into crumbles. Drain the grease if necessary. Add taco seasonings and mix well. Add the rest of the ingredients. Bring to a boil. Reduce your heat. Simmer uncovered for 15 minutes or until heated through. Stir occasionally. It says if you want a thicker soup, you can add refried beans, other mashed beans, or rice. Generally, it's a pretty thick soup. Thick, chunky taco soup. And by the way, if you want, you can add any of your taco toppings to it, such as green onions, lettuce, tomatoes, any of that stuff, sour cream. Tomatoes are already in it, sour cream, that kind of stuff, okay? Or crushed chips would work good too. Okay, that's it for that one. Yep. Chicken tortilla soups. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. 1 onion chopped. 3 cloves of garlic minced. 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. 1 can of chicken broth. 1 1/4 cups of water. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. 1 can of black beans rinsed and dried. A lot of times I will have my black beans that I've cooked from the dried, and I cook them, and then I package them up as 1 or 2 cups in a sack, a Ziploc bag, freezer bag. Flatten it out, and I put it in your freezer. And then whenever I need black beans, or any kind of beans, Then I just grab one out of the freezer and I'm ready to go. Okay? So that's how I handle my beans. 1 can of black beans, rinsed and drained. 2 large boneless chicken breast halves, cooked and cut into bite-sized pieces. You can also use chicken that you've cut, roast chicken that you have leftovers with, or any kind of leftover, chicken leftovers. You can use that, okay? 1 cup of whole kernel corn. I usually use the whole can of whole kernel corn or a whole package of whole kernel corn, simply because it says 1 cup of white hominy, optional. I skip that and I use corn instead. 1 4-ounce can of green chilies. 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro chopped. 1/2 cup crushed tortilla chips to taste. 2 avocados sliced to taste. 1/2 cup of Monterey Jack Cheese shredded to taste. 2 tablespoons of green onions chopped to taste. Now these last 4 things, the tortilla chips, the avocados, the Monterey Jack, and the green onions, are all garnishes, okay? They aren't in your actual soup, but they're garnishes. And by the way, chicken tortilla soup is actually a Mexican dish, an actual Mexican dish, not the Tex-Mex or anything like that, but I'm talking Mexico, okay? Heat the oil in a stock pot over medium heat. Add your onions, cook until soft at about 5 minutes. Stir in the crushed tomatoes, broth, water, chili powder, and oregano. Bring to a boil. Reduce your heat and simmer 5 to 10 minutes. Stir in your black beans, your cooked chicken, corn, hominy if desired. Gotta turn it over. Chili peppers and cilantro. Simmer for 10 minutes. Ladle the soup in the individual serving bowls, topped with crushed tortilla chips, avocado slices, Monterey Jack cheese, and green onions. A very simple soup. Most of my soups are quite simple. They only require 30 minutes to an hour to make, so they are speedy and something that you can get on your table fast. This one might be the different one. Italian wedding soup. 1 egg slightly beaten. 3/4 cup onion chopped, divided. 1/2 pound of ground beef or turkey. Should be 1/2 pound. Not 1/2 ground beef or turkey, okay? 1 1/2 teaspoons of olive oil. 1/3 cup dried breadcrumbs. Boy, I sure didn't write this out right, did I? 2 cups of carrot sliced. 1 1/2 cups of celery chopped. 1 tablespoon of butter. 4 cups of fresh baby spinach. 3 cans of chicken broth. 1 cup of chicken breast cooked and cubed. 2 tablespoons of parsley minced. 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. 1/8 teaspoon of salt. 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. 3/4 cup of we want any pasta or small pasta shells. In a large bowl, combine the egg, 1/4 cup of onions, and the breadcrumbs. Crumble your turkey over the mixture and mix well. Shape into 1-inch balls. In a large skillet, brown the meatballs in oil until married stew. Cooked. Set aside. In a large saucepan, cook your carrots, celery, and remaining onions in butter until crisp tender. Add your spinach and your broth. I just can't seem to get these things turned around, okay? Spinach, broth, parsley, thyme, and salt, pepper, and your reserved meatballs. Cook uncovered over medium heat for 10 minutes. Bring to a boil. Add your pasta, cook uncovered for 6 to 7 minutes until the pasta is done. There you go. I had 1.5 cups originally in the for the pasta, but that made an awful lot, so I just cut it in half, okay? So I had 3/4 of them. My next one is pizza soup. 2 cans, 15.5 ounces of diced tomatoes. 2 cans, 10 3/4 ounce condensed tomato soup, undiluted. And your diced tomatoes are undrained. 2.5 cups of water. 1 package, 3.5 ounces sliced pepperoni, quartered. 1 medium red pepper chopped. 1 green pepper chopped. 1 cup of mushrooms sliced. 2 garlic cloves minced. 1/2 teaspoon of rubber sage. 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, and salt and pepper to taste. In a Dutch oven, bring the tomatoes, the soup, and water to a boil. Reduce heat. Cover and simmer for 10 minutes. Mash your tomatoes with a potato masher. Add the pepperoni, the red and green peppers, mushrooms, garlic, sage, basil, oregano, salt and pepper to your tomato mixture. Cover and simmer for 10 minutes or until the vegetables are tender. That's it. Okay. That's all I've got for today for my soups. God bless.